Hi guys, and another sci-fi random platypus miniature review. Again, we've got the usual suspects of the Mercs Mini, Hassle-Free Trooper, your friendly neighbourhood Space Marine, and your Infinity Trooper. So today, I should just bust them out of their pack. They come with round bases like these. I have two figures that come in one box for the price of £8 from Warlord Games. There's two characters, one sculpted by Kev White. I'm not really sure who sculpted the other one. It's Hansa Naroba and Bovan Tuck. Now this is Hansa. Some of you may well be familiar with him. I'm going to have to... Well, there you go. There's a bit of a mould line going on the side of his head. It's difficult because there's actually the bit along the bottom of his arm, which you can't really see. There you go. That there is actually a bit of detail. That's a bit of wire because there's lots of wires coming in and out of him. But in other places, I think that's kind of caused issues along the mould line. So you've got a few mould lines to clean up on him. And again, this will be something that some people sort of their pet hate. It's an integral base. And some people are like, why? You've got a really nice figure. Makes it really hard to take them off the base. Or a lot harder anyway than if it was a slotter tab. Let me see if I've got a base to hand, which I think I have somewhere. I'll just prop him up on a couple of these. So you have... No, he's not going to stand up on his own either, because that's another thing I find happens quite a lot, is that, oh, you can see it, they're not, the problem I have with slotter bases is that when they, or not with slotter bases, with these type integral bases, is that they tend to warp coming out of the mould, and as you can see, if I can hold him sort of relatively straight, you can see that's kind of twisted, which makes it a bit awkward, but you know, I can sort that. That's not a big deal for me to be able to sort that one out. But actually, as a figure, he's really nicely sculpted. The casting's not too bad either. It's pretty good. Warlord are pretty good all round normally. Price-wise, they're quite competitive. I say just a little bit of a mould line, but that's not a difficult thing to take out. And actually, some of it's quite hard to see, because if you look on his other shoulder, there's an actual line on his armour that's meant to be there. Some more wire, so it looks like the only bit of mould line on there is actually on his shoulder, just because of the line of the other pieces. Yeah, you can see it better now. So it's just a bit on his head, but he's bald anyway, so that helps. And this is the other character. There's a bit more flash on the bottom of here, but again, that's not going to be difficult to sort out. That's actually, I think, if I can bend it away, that's why. It's his hand. It goes on his left hand. Again, I quite like him as a character. He's a bit like a space barbarian almost. He's wearing a lot of fur. The pistol he's got. He's almost a bit Klingon-esque, because he looks like he's got a rudimentary stuff rather than sort of the Hansa, who's got more scientifically, sort of technologically advanced. So yeah, I've got to put his hand onto the pip that's there. Will he stand up? Yeah, he stands up better. Again, he's quite big, so he's quite a nicely sized figure, but I believe he's meant to be, because Hansa is a little bit smaller than him. So again, two really nice figures. This pack I picked up at Dicini, and it's £8 for two, so you're looking at £4 a figure. Now, for a Kev White sci-fi figure, if you're paying £4 for it, then it's good as far as I'm concerned, because this is a really nicely sculpted figure. I can't wait to get paint on him. I'm going to use him as, well, they're both probably going to end up being sort of bounty hunter and merc types, hide guns, but that's the brilliance about them. They're so characterful, you can pretty much do anything with them. They could lead a sci-fi squad if you wanted them to, or obviously you can use them along with the Gates of Antares game. When this wants to focus, there you go, brilliant. So yeah, so two really nice figures for a really quite nicer price. So again, if you like them, go along to the Warlord Games website, be under the Gates of Antares, under I think mercenary section. I bought the two of them for £8. I'm not sure if that's, you know, some companies price more competitively at shows than they do online, so it might be a little bit of variation in that price. But for me personally, I think they're two great miniatures. Obviously Kev White sculpted one of them, like I say, £4 for a good quality sculpted and cast sci-fi figure by Kev White is a good deal in my books. So yeah, if you like them, say, you know, feel free to comment. If you don't, again, feel free to comment. Otherwise, come and join the shenanigans over at randomplatypus.com, and I'll stick more pictures up at the end of the video. Cheers guys, bye now.